philosophy. All right. I love talking about this. Many of you know that I studied philosophy, and I kind of missed it. I kind of missed the philosophized. Okay, whatever. So I was like, maybe I could just do some philosophy on my YouTube channel. And so really let me know if you guys like that. It's gonna be very small. I did one before and I was like, why not do another one? So welcome to this channel of the Happy Model Mind, where we turn modeling struggles into smiles. We are going to talk about making choices. I've written my thesis about this. I've written my thesis about stress of choice and how we can make proper decisions that are right for us. So how do we make choices? What's the best way to make choice? There's like this paradox of choice. I don't know if you've heard of it. That's a psychology thing, not a philosophy thing. But like the more choices there are, the harder it is to make a choice. We can make choices about life, about relationships, about love, about friends even, about your career, about modeling, about who you want to work for, about who you need to be. Well, who you are, actually. You don't need to be anyone. You just need to be yourself. Different philosophers say different things about making choices. Take whatever resonates with you. I'm not here to push something on you. I'm just here to give you some thoughts so you can choose your own truth. So some philosophers say, for example, Plato, actually Socrates, Plato was his student, and he wrote down everything. A little bit funny because Socrates didn't even want that his work was written down because he didn't like the written work. Okay, that's not a story, whatever, but I thought it was a funny fact. But so Socrates, he thinks that there's an ultimate truth where we need to be longing for, we need to strive for, and that there's an objective truth where we can make choices upon. So in that case, there's a good choice and there's a bad choice. While on the other hand, we have, for example, the existentialists who, okay, that's a pretty hard word maybe for some of you. They're not really into philosophy. But an existentialist is, for example, Sartre. He was a French philosopher and from France. It's like this, by the way, if you're in Paris, for all the mothers out there who are in Paris, there's like this big area of, I think it's called the place of La Place de Sartre et Beauvoir. Je ne sais pas. Okay, I don't remember anymore. But there's like this place that is called after Sartre and de Beauvoir, which is a female philosopher. It's nice to go there and it's nice to have like some history. So what was I saying? So back to the choice problem, how to make proper choices. So Sartre, on the other hand, he really thought that there was an absolute freedom. There was an absolute freedom in making choice. And the foundation for making a right choice was actually to choose freely. Like a good choice was a choice that was made freely, that was made with consciousness and awareness of absolute freedom. And what he means by that absolute freedom is that there is, unlike Plato, where there was like this external truth where we can make choices towards, Sartre, he was like we can make choices, but they have no foundation at all. So Sartre was this guy who wanted to get rid of all those essentialist thinking. It's really popular right now in the 21st century to think that there are no boundaries and that you choose your own values. Basically, you choose your own things that are important, but if you choose them yourself, there's no foundation. There's no foundation. You don't know if it's good, if it's bad, if it's hard. And that's what Sartre says as well. It's so hard to have that ultimate freedom because it's scary. He says we're doomed to be free. We're doomed to have that absolute freedom. I don't know. I'm just curious. With what do you resonate more? With who do you agree? For me, I actually prefer Plato's version, although it's not really popular to say that in the 21st century. Yeah, for me, making choices was always pretty hard. I always did it very rationally, and I feel like if you do it rationally and with your mind, not with your heart, and I know this sounds so dramatic, but if you make choices with your mind and not with your heart, it's empty. It's so empty. And I think a lot of people make choices with their minds, with their heads, but they don't feel it in their hearts. And that's such a shame. And I invite you to listen to your heart more. I'm really wondering what Plato would say. I think he'll probably say that you shouldn't listen to your heart because he was more like because he didn't really like the affections, I think the word was, like the desires. And Sartre, I don't know. He was a man from social engagement. Do you say it like that? I don't know. If some French people are watching, please let me know how my French accent is. I'm dying to know. So how do you make choices? I've been really struggling with it. I'm trying to follow my intuition more because sometimes I feel like that's the best way to make choices. But I'm open for discussion. So how do you make choices? What do you, if you have like an important choice to make, do you feel more with your heart? Do you think there's a good or wrong answer? Do you think you can fail in your answer? Do you think there's so many questions that pop up right now, but I'm just dying to know, how do you make choices? Because choices is something crucial in life, isn't it? And can you make the right or wrong choice? Or is everything just a learning experience? So I hope you guys like this video. It was a little bit different, but whatever.